Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you guys my everyday 10-minute or less super easy, super natural, super simple makeup routine that I use for work. You can use it for school, for errands, and it's very natural and very quick, guys, so please don't judge me if it's not perfect or flawless. So let's get right into it. So this is my natural face, no makeup, freshly washed, freshly moisturized, and I'm going to start by going in with a primer, and I'm going to use Farsali's Skin Tone Blur Perfecting Primer Serum. You can go in with a cheaper primer. Sometimes I don't even go in with primer at all. Sometimes I go in with something more mattifying if I want this makeup to last a little longer, but I use the Skin Tone Blur because I want my skin to look flawless for this camera demo, okay? So this step is very optional, and to be honest, I don't even do this step on an everyday basis, but I did for the purpose of this video. So I did some color correction with LA Pro Girl's Orange Color Corrector on the dark spots around my mouth and those stubborn pimples that I've gotten, I think, from working out. So yeah, I'm just going to blend those in very thinly. Like, I'm going to blend it all the way into my skin so it doesn't blend in with my foundation or show through my foundation whatsoever, because for this natural look I don't use a lot of foundation. I know I said that last time, but this time I really don't use a lot of foundation. So I'm going to go in with Anastasia's Dewy Set Setting Spray because this spray just makes your skin look like glass, y'all, like glass. And I usually go in with this before my primer, but I forgot, so I'm just going to do it before my foundation. And I'm going to let that dry. And I cut myself with my folder fan, but you know, we're going to keep moving. So I'm with foundation. I'm going to use CoverGirl's True Blend Matte Made Foundation. And I recommend you get a foundation shade that matches your skin to the T, because you don't want to have to correct it with more makeup. Like, this is supposed to be a simple, very fast, very quick, on the go type of makeup look. So you want to get a foundation that already matches your skin tone, so you don't have to worry about correcting it or mixing it or adjusting it. You want to just put it on and go. So this shade very much matches my skin tone. It's a little more cool than my skin tone, but I make it work, and I'm just going to keep pushing. Now we're going to go in with a little bit of concealer just to highlight under the eyes and the other high points of the face. I'm going to use very little, and you want the concealer shade to match the undertone of your skin as much as possible, so that even when blended in, it looks still very much like your skin. And I love concealer, and this is the step that makes your makeup pop. Now this is one of my unique makeup hacks. I use a beauty blender that is dry, y'all. I do not wet my beauty blender for my everyday makeup look because I don't always have time to go in there and go wet my beauty blender. So I just use it dry, and I like the dry beauty blender effect because it gives the feel of like you're blending with your fingers. Like, it's cushiony, it's a little dense, but it's a little soft at the same time. So it blends out evenly for me. I just go ahead and use a dry beauty blender. Like, try it out every once in a while. Dry beauty blenders are not that bad. You don't always have to wet it. So that's just my little hack, my little trick, a dry beauty blender to blend out my concealer. So now I'm going to go in with some setting powder. I use CoverGirl's Translucent Medium Setting Powder, and I use it because it kind of matches the concealer shade. It's not too light but not too dark, and this is very translucent. Like, it blends right into the concealer, so it doesn't leave like a white cast too much. It highlights, but it doesn't leave like too much of a white cast. And you want to make sure that your makeup for your everyday makeup routine matches your skin as much as possible, so you don't have to spend too much time adjusting or fixing or mixing to make it look like your skin. And it's not going to make your skin look fake or super caked up. Like, if you get products that match your skin tone as much as possible, you can use less and it's going to look way more natural. Now, I usually go in with some cream contour, but for the sake of this video and making this look as simple, as easy, and as quick as possible, I'm just going to go in with some powder bronzer, which still gets the job done. And in my opinion, for work, you don't really need to be that snatched. Like, you don't need sharp contour and a bunch of highlight. Like, you're at work, you're not trying to be a distraction, you just want to look pleasant. So I just go in with a little powder bronzer just to give my face some structure in my cheekbones, the sides of my nose, my creases of my eyes, just to give my eyes some depth, and my jawline. Now for a little blush, I use my Beauty Treats matte blush palette that I got from the beauty supply store. I love it so much, and I use this shade that I use all the time. It's a soft pink everyday shade that just goes so well with my skin tone. And I just pop it on my cheeks and a little bit on my nose just to give my skin a little flush, little color, you know. Now I do go in with highlighter, but I use a cream highlighter from Milk Makeup. It's in the shade Lit, and I like a cream highlight because it just sits and sinks right into the skin and makes it look like your skin is actually glowing and not like a powder is sitting on top of your skin. So I use my dry beauty blender, and I just put some on the back of my hand and apply it with the beauty blender and just push it into my skin on the high points of my face, just to make it look like my skin is naturally glowy and not like I just pack a bunch of highlighter powder on my face for work. Like, I want it to look as natural and as subtle but still glammy as possible. So yeah, this works for me. Now I'm going to go back in with that Dewy Set Setting Spray from Anastasia and just spritz it all over my face just to set in all that powder and make my skin look as natural as possible. And then I'm going to go in with my brows, and I use my Urban Decay Brow Blade, and of course I use the felt tip side because they just give those bomb, natural, and soft hair-like strokes. And I just add some hair to the front and the ends of my brows since my brows are already thick, and call it a day. Now everybody's everyday brow routine is going to be different just based on the shape of their natural brows and what they prefer their brows to look like. But getting this Urban Decay Brow Blade pencil is just a good idea because it has a pencil side and a felt tip side. And I just hold it all the way at the end of the brush and just flick it up for those hair-like strokes, and it just gives a really nice natural brow. Okay, to finish off this look, I go in with a little bit of mascara, of course, just to put some length and some volume into my lashes, just to complete the look. And then I go in with my good old trusty Fenty Beauty lip gloss, and I forget which one this was, but I think it's the first one she came out with. But, you know, of course you can customize this makeup routine to your preferences, guys, and I really hope that you guys like this look, and I hope you utilize any of these skills. If you do utilize any of these tips, please let me know, comment below, like and subscribe, because I have more content coming, and let me know if you like this content so I can post more of it. And I hope to see you in the next video. Thanks, guys. Bye.